Leo, what is up, y'all? How you doing? Time for our weekly check-in. Let's see what's happening with y'all for the last week of June. Last week of June, man. Remember, weekly check-ins are just a quick general energetic overview, okay? So I do have an announcement to make for those of you who missed the memo. First, you know, if you need a personal reading, the information is in the description, but I've added something new to my personal readings. I now have general readings available on my website. Because for years and years and years, people have been coming to me saying, I don't know what to ask. I don't have questions. So I have some preset general readings that you can pick from. You know, like whether or not you want to know about your ex or your current relationship or what's coming in next. All these options are available, and I'll put an intention into it. You don't have to ask anything. So very budget friendly as well, and that's going to be on my website from now on. So again, all the information is in the description. All right, y'all, let's just start this off by seeing what's going on with your situation. What's happening with Leo's situation in the last week of June, universe? I'd like to see if I can get any info on the person you're dealing with, too. It'd be nice if I can. Justice reversed. So some of you may possibly feel like you were treated unfairly. Could be some legal issues going on for some of you. I know that's not all of you. Let's see. Ooh, we got the Eight of Cups though, man. I mean, honestly, it just looks to me like something you're walking away from. With the overall energy being the Eight of Cups. I don't know if you were on and off with this person or what, but yeah, and the Six of Swords. It's looking like, for whatever reason, you're making just a solid, rock solid decision to walk away and move on from this. Rock solid decision. I do feel like the person that you're dealing with, though, is holding a grudge. So this does kind of feel like there's a little bit of finger pointing going on. Just a little bit. I feel like you're pointing the finger at them and they're pointing the finger at you. Now, I'm not here right now to talk about who did what or whatnot. I'm just giving you the energy. But yeah, it looks like you pretty much got your mind made up. You're about to walk away from this. And it looks like they got their mind made up too. Y'all are mirroring each other, I think. Mirroring each other. Okay, well, that's about all I can say about that. Okay. All right, well, let's see how they feel about you. How's this person feel about you? What's their truest energies and intentions? How does this person feel about Leo? Ten of Cups reversed. Yeah, that pretty much indicates no faith at all that this will ever end up working out. Three of Pentacles. Page of Cups reversed. Ooh, the Devil card. You probably ain't surprised to see that, are you? All right. Ooh, the Six of Swords is reversed, though. So they may be moving on from it like this, but they're not moving on from it like this or like this. Yep, they miss you. Yeah, they miss what y'all had back in the day, absolutely. For those of you dealing with somebody that has some sort of addiction issue, If you're wondering if they're ever getting clean, it doesn't look like it anytime soon. It don't look like it anytime soon. I know that's not all of you, but I know it's some of you, because believe it, I hear that a lot in my personal readings, a whole lot. Actually, I never sat down and thought about this, but if I really had to sit down and break it down, probably a good 40, possibly 50% of the readings that I do involve situations where addiction is tearing the relationship apart. I hear it a lot, a whole lot. So that's why I throw that in there whenever the devil card comes out. All right, well, let's see if this person's taking any action towards you. I'm not going to lie, it doesn't look like it, but let's just get a couple cards on the table and see. Is this person taking action towards Leo? Are they taking action towards you? Nah, I didn't think so. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Oops. Yeah, see, they're pretty much trying to run from this and completely ignore the truth about the situation. So, you know how I said y'all are pointing a finger at each other? Well, they aren't even acknowledging that they've done anything wrong. Not even acknowledging it. So, yeah. Looks like they're pretty much just trying to run from this and jump in the quickest, fastest, easiest new relationship they can. I highly doubt they're going to have any success with that. Highly. Just based on their vibration and their energy. But, yeah. And it doesn't look like anytime soon they're taking any action right now. Let's grab some advice then. What's the advice? What's the advice for Leo? What's the advice? World card reversed. Emperor reversed. Okay. Well, I'm not going to tell you what you should or shouldn't do. I know you hear me say this sometimes, and there's a science behind why that is. Because, see, when it comes to what lesson you need to learn, and we all need to learn lessons, okay? That doesn't mean that you're stupid. It doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. We all have to learn lessons. And every last one of us, nobody is exempt from this. Nobody is exempt from this. Every last one of us is going to continue repeating the same cycle until we learn the lesson. So in a situation like this, you're either going to repeat this cycle with this person or with the next person. So I'm not going to tell you to walk away. I'm not going to tell you to try to make it work. I am going to tell you this, though. If you keep playing the same game, you're going to keep winning the same prize. And that's okay, right? That's okay. No judgment. Again, not calling you stupid. I think we all have to go through it at least once or twice. What I'm saying, though, is sometimes you'll see that person that doesn't know when to draw the line, and they just keep going in loop-de-loops. Y'all ever met that person? I'm sure you know at least one person, right? They just been loop-de-looping and 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 loop-de-looping, just for years sometimes. And you and everybody else tries to tell them, God damn, stay away from that person. God damn it, they keep showing you who they are. How many times are you gonna let them do that to you? And they just don't hear it. They just don't hear it. All it takes is that person sending them a text message, I miss you, and then whoosh, they're on it again. And then they're going through the same shit all over again. How many of you seen that? I know you've seen somebody go through that. Well, we'll all go through that if we continue playing the same game. I know I've been through that. I think we all have. Now, we're all put in a situation like this where it's going to keep repeating the cycle until somebody puts an end to it for good. The question is, when are you going to draw the line? That's the question. That's the question. Hey, maybe every now and then there's some people out there wise enough to put their foot down immediately and walk away when it's time. You know, some people like me, personally, I had to repeat the cycle about 3 times. I let them show me a good 3 times who they were. There's some other people out there who have been looping around repeating the same cycle on and off with somebody for 4 years, 5 years. I know one couple that's been repeating the same on and off cycle for 15 years. I shit you not. And here's the funny thing too. They were on and off for 7, 8, 9 years, something like that. And then check this out. Then, after being on and off for 8 years or so, they got married. They got married. And then they got a divorce. And then guess what? They got back together again. And then they broke up again. And then the last I looked, they're back on. Wait a minute, were they on or off? Because a couple of months ago, I went and checked and they were off again. And now they're back on again. So they've just been doing 15 years, dude. 15 years. I shit you not. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not stretching the truth. I'm not bending the truth. 15 fucking years. So the question is, do you want to keep repeating this cycle for 15 years? Or are you ready to take the lesson and be done with it? That's the question. No right or wrong answer. Because again, you can't fake it. If you don't learn the lesson you needed to learn, you'll repeat it with the next person that comes in. It's all good, man. At the end of the day, it'll turn you into a better person. Whether you learn that lesson in this lifetime or the next lifetime. All right, Jesus Christ, Batman. Let's see what's coming in for the singles. Anything new coming in? Oh, the singles. Anything new coming in for the singles? Ooh, star card. Ooh, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, okay. Man, look at that though. So, yeah. Here's the thing though. This is the weird part. We have Ace of Pentacles in the upright, Knight of Cups reversed. It almost kind of feels like it's kind of starting off slow. This is weird because, see, all right, let me see if I can explain it like this. You know how most other serious long-term relationships that you've been in your life, they all kind of share one thing in common. When we first came together, it was really explosive. It was really explosive. The fireworks going off were crazy. I had all these butterflies in my stomach, and I was so nervous because you made me feel so this and that, and Well, believe it or not, it ain't supposed to feel like that. Believe it or not. Not really. There may be an exception or two to that. But that explosive feeling that leaves your knees shaky and butterflies in your stomach, your actual person, it ain't gonna feel like that. When your actual person comes in, it's gonna be very natural. It's gonna feel very natural is the only word that I can think to use. Calm, cool, natural. I feel like I've known you my whole life, and it just feels so natural. Like I feel like we've been best friends, for 15 years, and I just know you. It's just so natural and calming, and there is no nervousness, and there is no tension. It just feels so natural. I don't know any other way to explain it, and I'm thinking that that's what's happening here. This is going to be a slow start off. It's going to feel very, very natural. Now, since this is a general reading on my main channel, I'm not going to go as far as to say whether it is or is not your actual person. There is potential for a life partnership. I will say that. Now, if you was to come to me for a personal reading and you ask me, is this person my person? This is the only card I will accept as the answer yes to that question. So take that and do with it what you will. And this is big though. This is real big. Some of y'all got an Aquarius headed your way. I also have Gemini, Scorpio, and Pisces. All right. Okay. Well, let's grab the advice for this situation. And there it is again. Same one. That's your person card. But again, this is a general reading for the masses. So, hang on a second. And the star card again. I tell you what. Don't. See, like I said, it'll feel very natural in the beginning, but that doesn't mean that you can't let your thoughts get the best of you. It is possible for the ego to start running rampant. And I guess worst case scenario, you could sabotage it. That isn't very likely, but it could make the path in the beginning very bumpy. Do the best you can to remain balanced and neutral. Don't be overthinking what if this, what if that. Don't be overthinking, oh my God, what if you do this? What if you're lying? What if? Don't let those thoughts get the best of you. Remain neutral. Hey, if it works, cool. If not, oh well, I'm good. I know that sounds easy, but it's kind of tricky. You might have to catch yourself. Remain neutral. At any given time, if you start hearing that ego monkey chatter up in your head, freaking you out, and, telling you what if the worst case scenario happens, well, then it happens then. I'm good. I'm good. Don't live in fear of being alone. That's the most important vibration that you can find. Now, pay attention to how I said that. I didn't say, go be alone. That's not what I said. I said, don't live in fear of being alone. This is a vibrational state. Living in fear of being alone is living in the lack vibration. Not being in fear of being alone is the abundance vibration. See, here, let me give you a little rundown about life on Earth in this matrix. Okay? Check this out, man. In order for you to even exist in this thick, heavy, dense dimension, your vibration has to be really fucking low. Really, really low. This is the lowest vibrational planet in this particular universe. Your vibration is so low that it creates amnesia. That's one of the main reasons why so many entities love playing this game. Because this is the only planet in this universe where when you get in here, you forget who the hell you are. It makes it 10 times more intense. The amnesia, in turn, creates the illusion of separation. The illusion of separation. We appear to be separate from and apart from everything and everyone else. And it's probably one of the most believable illusions in this matrix. There's a list of them, and that's definitely on the list. The illusion of separation, in turn, has no choice but to create the illusion that we have this lonely, empty void that's in our heart. So, if you're not really separate from anyone, right? I know you've heard that. If you've spent any amount of time in the spiritual community at all, you've heard that we're all one. So if we're all one and we're not separate, then there is no fucking void. The void is an illusion. So the way we've been conditioned to look at relationships is that we need the relationship to fill the void. Well, guess what? The void is a fucking illusion. There is no void. So 90% of the people on the planet right now are frantically running around like chickens with their heads cut off, desperately trying to find a person to fill an imaginary void that's not even fucking there. There is no goddamn void. All there is vibration and attraction. That's all there is. So if I'm vibrating at the frequency that harmoniously resonates with the illusion of that broken, empty void, the only way I'll be able to attract a person into my life is if that person matches the frequency of the broken, empty void. And when two people come together on that frequency, what's going to manifest? Love, happiness, joy, and abundance? No. A lonely, empty, broken void is what's going to manifest between the two of you. And it's just that easy. That's the reason why when you take a look at the population of the planet, the vast majority of relationships are failing in today's day and age. It should not be that way. Divorce shouldn't be normal. Breaking up shouldn't be fucking normal, but it is for some reason. Well, that's the reason. I promise you that's the reason. We have to start learning how to live in the abundance vibration. We have to learn how to tune into what's really going on in here and understand that we're not separate. We're all one anyways. I'm not saying relationships aren't important. I'm not saying connections aren't important. What I'm saying is an outside relationship is not the solution to an internal illusion. That makes sense? Take that and do with it what you will. All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Leo family needed to hear. So I am going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, information for personal readings is in the description. And for those of you just now tuning in, if you missed the memo, I have a new reading option available on my website now. Now I have general readings. For those of you who don't know what to ask or you don't have any questions, there's several different options that you can choose from, and you select that option and I'll read it for you and I'll put the intention into it. You don't have to ask anything. All you got to do is select a couple of options and boom. It's budget friendly. There's several different options to choose from, and that's going to be on my website from now on. So, all right, y'all, I'm out of here now. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity.